Okay, this is Matt, and today I thought what we would do is we would talk about inexpensive options for cook kits. Now I have several different things to show you, and also I'm going to be posting this as a video response for the Intense Anglers giveaway, because I'm trying to hopefully acquire that ribs pack that he's right now running a contest for. But this is something I was going to do anyway. Cook kits. Now, I was at REI today and I was looking at some of the different cook kit options that they have, and you can spend $150 on a cook kit if you go the expensive route. But if you just want to go out and enjoy your time in the outdoors and do some cooking, you don't have to spend a fortune. We're going to look at a couple different options. I'm going to show you the cook kit that I am using currently, and it's right here. This cook kit costs, I would say, less than $30. Let me open it up all the way here. So what I have here is I have the Stanley, and this Stanley is stainless steel, and it cost about $14, and it fits right on into this Outdoor Products bowl. Now this is a collapsible bowl. It collapses down to this width right here. But basically this costs $14 and it works really well. And this handle right here, you just squeeze it and it locks into place, and you can pick, the whole thing up. It's really sturdy, and this doesn't superheat. You have to cook for a long time for this to get hot if you're cooking on a normal stove. But the lid comes off. The lid also has venting, so when you're boiling water, it's really good for that. Inside of my cook kit, what I have is I have this little stove right here. Now, if you've been into backpacking, you might recognize this. You could spend, I think at REI today, to get an MSR pocket rocket, you could spend up to $80 just on that. This right here, you could get this on Amazon.com. You could get this also on IntenseOutdoorGears.com. John sells those over on his site. These are called the lightweight or ultralight backpacking stove, 3.9 ounces. That's actually the name. Ultralight backpacking stove, 3.9 ounces. And I'll be doing a review on this another time, but here's basically what you have. You have a really well-made stove. And let me open this up for you. It opens up all the way, and this thing works phenomenally. It works really well. I'm really happy with it. So, and it just compresses right down into this little carrying case, which fits into my cook kit. So I carry this inside of it. Also, inside of it, I carry yet another one of these. This is for like coffee or something. Again, this collapses all the way down, and then when you open it up, you can put your coffee or tea in there if you want. This is optional. It weighs nothing, so I throw it in there. But also in the cook kit, what I have is, my Jetboil Jet Power propane, which of course hooks right up to my stove. So here, for just coming in at about £1 or so, I have my cook kit, which costs less than $20. So that's option number one. You could go the propane route. And with the propane route, you're looking at about, depending on where you get this, you're looking at about $9 to $12 for this stove right here, which expands out and you can put your pot on it. And if you think that it might be kind of wobbly with that expanded out all the way, well, not a problem. Let's make sure this is open all the way. You could actually close this up. You can make it a little bit more narrow, and you can put it on just like that. So this costs about $9 to $12. This costs $4. This costs about 14 bucks. So, and this right here we got on clearance, I think, for $2. So we're looking at about $30 for this cook kit. And it all compresses down into this Stanley pot, and it's a really good option. So that's option number one. And It's still pretty darn light, but we could actually get even lighter and we could get less expensive. So let's look at option number 2 now. Okay, what we have here is we have a $6 cook kit. Now, I went backpacking not too long ago with John, the intense angler, and also my friend Lee. And Lee didn't have a cook kit, so he used mine, which was no big deal, but I thought a couple days ago, I'm going to make Lee a cook kit. So I went to Walmart and I put my thinking cap on and I looked around and I came up with something that I'm pretty sure is not new, but I've heard a lot about these Imusa cups. They're called actually the Imusa mug. And so what I did is I found, and these are on the same aisle in Walmart, I found the Mainstays insulated food jar, right there in their cookware area. And this was, I believe it was $1.69 or something crazy like that. And this was under $2 as well. So this right here is $4. And what you have in this thing is an alcohol stove that you can make. I mean, there's tons of videos on YouTube on how to make alcohol stove. This is your basic Penne Stove. I've got, I don't know if you see this, I mean this thing is full of alcohol stoves. I've made so many of them, it's not even funny. But this is a Penne Stove. This right here is an insulated food jar. So you can boil water up here with your Penne Stove, which would sit right on here. You could boil your water. You could make coffee in that. You could boil your 2 cups or whatever you need for a mountain house. You could also put whatever you want to hydrate in here, say it's oatmeal or something, and then you could just fill it on up and you can eat. And this whole thing, this I got today from REI. This is a 3-ounce bottle that has one of these nice flip tops right here. This is for your alcohol. You use heat or denatured alcohol to light these things up. And so this was $2. And this was $2, under $2. This was under $2, and this was a can of soda that I enjoy drinking anyway. So altogether, and by the way, this is just a piece of tin foil to wrap around as a windshield. So altogether, this whole thing comes in at under $6. Now, I would probably never use this, but there is a little spoon inside that folds out as well. But so it just fits really nicely into one thing. You could put that in a little bag and off you go. Your $6 cook kit with your alcohol stove. So that is option number 2. And well, since I have you right here already, let's look at option number 3. Option number 3, again, just go to the kitchenware section of Walmart and you can get an Imusa grease pot. And actually, I don't know what, this used to be called an Imusa grease pot, but now they're selling them under the label of Mainstays. So this right here is $6. It's a grease pot, but it's a really big aluminum pot. I did a little mod on the handle. The handle actually curves out this way. I just squished it in. But you could use this to boil a larger amount of water if you're cooking for a couple different people. Again, this is another Imusa mug, a bigger one. So you don't have to be spending a lot of money. This was, I think, $3. So $2, $3, $6. And you can make yourself a really cheap cook kit. So there you have it. Cook kit number 1 comes in at about $30. Cook kit number 2 comes in at about $6. Various pieces that you can work with comes in at a couple dollars a piece. Another thing that you can use, this right here, that is, I think it's Country Time Lemonade. And I saw someone on YouTube actually take this, cleaned it out, cut the top off like this, and you have an ultra lightweight container that you could put your oatmeal in or whatever it is that you want to rehydrate, boil your water. You can use this right here for coffee, and this weighs literally next to nothing, just a couple of ounces. So a lot of guys, use that as well. So this is something that you could enjoy. drinking at home, and then repurpose it and use it for backpacking. So you don't have to spend a ton of money to have a good cook kit. I gave you a couple options right here, and I hope that you got some ideas. I hope it's sparking the creative juices in your mind as well, and maybe you could leave a video response to this or comment and let me know what you think. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe to my channel right here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Well, anyway, happy trails.